G'day viewers.
G'day viewers, how you going?
Guess what? It's springtime.
Oh, glorious springtime in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia.
And because I think, do you have hay fever?
I do,
Yeah?
but you know what?
Not
Not
bad?
so bad.
Okay,
Since I gave up the smoking officially to go on to the e-cigarettes, it is Saturday today. It's Saturday tomorrow. Tomorrow, I haven't been smoking for 7 weeks.
Good Lord, 7 weeks.
I know.
And okay, this was not what we were going to talk about, but I want to talk about this now because this comes up a lot. The e-cigs. How many years since you first got exposed to them?
4 years, going on 5 years.
Yeah, and the thing is, and certainly in the last year or so, they've become quite widespread.
They have.
And yes, they smell all sorts of funny flavours because you can have whatever flavour. And there's quite the backlash against them these days.
These days, quite the backlash, which surprised the shit out of me because they're inoffensive smelling, they're non-toxic. There was a rumour that they had formaldehyde in them for a little while, but that was 2 brands that have since gone out of business. There is no formaldehyde in them. They're basically fine. They're 23,000 times less dangerous for you than smoking. Normal tobacco cigarettes, and there's enough nicotine in there to make me stop going crazy and killing people. So win-win as far as I'm concerned. Except that my friends and brothers, the hipster, have been taking them up with gay abandon.
Yeah, and because it's become a bit of a hipster thing, that's where the backlash has come in.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, AIDzee's defence is the worst possible defence against being a hipster.
I was doing it before it was cool.
And it's
shit.
Actually true, but it's the worst possible thing to say.
Man, I should just grow a beard and bloody wear sex slogans on my tattoos.
And have a man bun.
Have a man bun. I need a man bun.
Yeah,
and,
both of us are still sure. But makes me think that can't defend yourself against the accusations of being a hipster, trendster, or whatever. Selfie sticks. Anyone who's watched this channel for a long time knows I often do walking videos where I have my camera on a monopod. Now, I've been doing that for, I don't know, 8 years.
Easy 8 years.
So,
and his monopod's this big bloody stick,
yeah.
right? Big chunky thing. It looks like he's carrying a tree.
A monopod is a traditional photographer's tool. What it's traditionally used for is for a photographer who's on the run, who doesn't have time to set up a tripod. But when they want to be a bit more stable, they've got a one-legged monopod, their camera's on, and they just sit it on the ground, and they have to hold it, but it's much more stable than holding it in your hand, and you don't have to go the trouble of setting up a tripod. Now, I stole the idea of using it to shoot things on and get a relatively stable moving shot, actually, from Sam Rumi. And we're in a park, and dog's come to say hello. No, he's just walked through. Pity we didn't have a wider shot. It's quite a nice dog.
He's a good dog.
But he's just sort of...
He's wandered off. What are you guys doing? What are you... nothing.
No,
right, no food or nothing?
No.
All right, I'm off.
No, YouTube's not for dogs, it's for cats. So, Sam Raimi, the director of the original Evil Dead, and he did Spider-Man and heaps of other stuff subsequently. But if you know the original Evil Dead, there's this shot where the camera goes through the forest. And they were on so low budget they couldn't afford anything like a Steadicam, which back in the 90s was a very expensive rig.
Wasn't that in the 80s?
It was either late 80s or early 90s, but it was that long ago, It was that long ago. And
that long ago, we can't quite remember.
Exactly. That's how bad it is. He found that, they couldn't afford a Steadicam if they put the camera in the middle of a plank with someone on each end and ran along, it smoothed out the motion, and the longer the plank, the smoother the motion. So when I started doing YouTube videos, I just remembered that from an interview, and I thought, I could use that to move around, because if I hold, the longer the monopod's stretched out, the more stable it's going to be.
True
and you
story.
get this great thing where you maintain a central position and the world moves around you, and you get accused of using green screens. And if I could do green screen that accurately...
You would.
I would, and I would be really well paid.
Shit, I would. I'd be doing $500 a week workshops on how to do it.
Yeah.
You'd know.
Yeah.
You'd know.
So, because there's the whole thing with the shadows changing on my face and everything.
Oh, fantastic.
You know, that's cutting edge stuff, and I'm not quite that clever. But when I try and defend, like if someone says, "Well, you're using a selfie stick," to say, fuck off, I was doing this for years before anyone used selfie sticks. Hipster.
Hipster.
And it's one of those weird things where literally something you've been doing for years and you haven't tried to be cool about it. It's literally just a thing you do.
Because you look at me and you think sexy, but you don't think cool.
Yeah. And we both, in our own ways, find ourselves in this completely indefensible, can't say I was doing it before it was cool, before everyone else, because they just think you're the worst sort of hipster ever if you say that.
And it's like, what are you supposed to do? Like, if I don't put nicotine into my system once every minute, there's danger.
As in the famed story of when you punched a nun.
Accidentally, and I was unconscious at the time.
Yeah, that was there were issues at work there.
Issues.
But nicotine lacking was one of them, correct?
Nicotine withdrawal sent me psychotic, and in my psychosis, I punched out a nun.
Which, has repercussions.
There were some. I woke up in a police cell covered in unidentified drinking injuries with a cigarette, and all these guys going, and the cops going, "Bugger me, it's real," and the psychologist going, "Wow, I never thought I'd see one." And when you're being described as seen one, you really got to pay attention. So they said, "What happened?" I said, "I'm trying to get off smoking." They said, "Don't."
Yeah. You and getting off smoking don't seem to work.
Not a good look. Do it more gently. Yeah.
So, look, if you're wondering, hey, you guys haven't done a completely random video for a while. We're in the mood. And also, start of a new month. This is the 2nd of the month. I did do a video yesterday with this man for the first. And I thought, because I liked doing the vagina videos, video every day in July if nothing arises, I'm going to use that and see if I can do it again in October. And that would be a video every day in October, which is videos, so they can be video videos.
I like video videos.
So
let's all get behind video videos. Get 6 of your mates and subscribe.
Yes. And this is, of course, an ideal opportunity to tell us the sorts of things you'd like us to randomly talk about.
Because we're doing one every day. We're not going to come up with stuff every day.
Yeah.
We're just we'll scan the papers and go, oh, that's not going to work. And so you should get in the comments if you would like to and say, hey, you guys should talk about how wonderful AIDzee's cock is. I'm just, as a suggestion.
We'll put that, put a pin in that one. And possibly literally if you're not careful. So yes, let us know anything you'd always wanted to know, or any topic of the day.
Penis. I like it.
Exactly.
Weird though.
And as the man said, look, if you like what we do and you wanted to help, the best way is to tell your friends. Use your social medias to share and say, hey, you should watch these guys because they do stuff. And we are, either way, we're going to continue to do stuff.
Really.
So hopefully you'll come along for the ride, and we'll see you real soon.
And thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you real soon.
Bye now.